welcome to my second part of my Final Fantasy VII walkthrough. It's about the third time I'm trying to record this, so let's get into it. For the moment time, I'm going to actually turn it down a little bit. I'll turn it back up shortly, but for now, so just actually wants to listen to this music at the minute. I don't know if any of you recognise this tune. I hope that you do, actually, because it's from Final Fantasy VIII, which is obviously the one after this one, so any purists among you, I'm sure, will be absolutely dismayed that I have crossed the two together, but never mind. It's all for a good cause. So, hopefully, if I remember, I will remember to put this video link in the description. It's not actually the official version. It's a orchestral remix, and it is really good, actually. I have liked it on my YouTube, so anyone that does follow me probably will know that I have liked it. And I'm just going to, as I say, I'll turn the volume of that back up after I've listened to it. And so anyway, talking about Final Fantasy. So we're now in Sector 7, where the Avalanche group lives, or where their hideout is, and there's someone here that Cloud... Does Cloud expect there to... Does Cloud know there is? I can't remember. Brilliant. And there's a lot of story in this regarding Cloud and Tifa. There's Tifa there. Oh yeah, she does know. Did we fight? No, we didn't fight, did we? I don't remember. Aww. So I'm going to stick with calling her the default name, as we will be doing all of them. Despite the fact I used to like to change them to whatever girls I liked at the time. I won't give you any examples of any, because just in case. And this is the point where, if I'd actually have had a flower from Ares, the lady with the basket full of flowers, if I'd chose the other option, then she would have given you the option to buy one for a gil, which is the currency, obviously. And at which point, you can actually choose which person to give it to, either Tifa or Marlene. But I don't think it, from what I'm aware of, it doesn't actually make too much. No, it doesn't drink. Doesn't actually make any difference later on, although I could be wrong about that. But as far as I'm aware, that's how it is. Go on then, Wedge, tell me something. Huh. No, I think he should be happy he's enjoying himself. And a terrorist, but there you go. It's maybe at a time when terrorism wasn't quite so in the news, as it's been. Right. So any way to advance this now is to pretend to leave. But as soon as that music's going off, I don't think it needs to be all the way up, actually, so... But music in Final Fantasy games, that was the point I was trying to make, which I've forgotten now, is one of the, obviously, key parts of it. I hope this one will do. Oh, shall we go a bit more? 70. It's quite loud in my ear, so I'm not sure what it's going to be like. But if we stick with a standardised theme, we'll be okay. Yep, everything else looks alright then. So you pretend to leave, and Barry comes storming through, advances the story. You see, when I was younger, I always assumed that Tifa was Marlene's mother at this point. Just because, obviously, it makes sense. Sort of. Doesn't quite make 100% sense of Barrett being her father, but you never know. I've gone on the menu again. Oh yes, this pub is Seventh Heaven. And it does a replica of it features in Advent Children. It's not the exact same one. Do you want something to drink? No, I don't. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, everyone says that her drinks taste the best. At this point, we've got Cloud being quite the sort of, being like an old veteran, battle-hardened warrior, really. He doesn't really let on too much about how he thinks or feels about things at this stage. Spoilers, but no, seriously. It's mainly just so he can protect himself, really, from all the people around, to be honest. Because obviously of how long he's known, because him and Tifa are childhood friends, but it all starts to come out fairly soon. Here we have the game setting up for the main part of the story. So soldier operatives were sort of like the elite of the armed forces for Shinra, who is the company that obviously built all the reactors. And obviously, and they're the bad guys. So yeah. And then Barrett's trying to tease him there. How about going back to... because Cloud was with Soldier before in Shinra. He was obviously one of the top of the elite guys. And at this point, obviously Cloud is questioning... Barrett's questioning Cloud's loyalty. But as he makes out quite clear, and I'm sure he does believe at this point, that he's literally just doing it as a job to earn money, which I guess any sort of ex-soldier would do, become a mercenary, which I guess makes sense. Oh, who doesn't want to be friends? Can't talk to Jessie because she is KO'd. Ooh. He just wants friends. Ugh, I keep pressing that button. I'm going to choose the other option this time. Oh, that's nice. Not quite in the mindset of Cloud at this point, obviously. But the time is pretty cool. I mean, you know, we've got a strong, quiet type, battle-hardened, you know. Well, I don't really know why I'd be walking out. He hasn't got his money yet, though, so I don't know why he would walk off. Obviously, this is one of the main themes of the story. I mean, it's not just in there for sort of like bringing the characters together or anything. The planet dying is a very huge part of the game in the end. And it is brought up at the start, which I suppose just highlight its importance, really. And whether they believe it themselves or not, they are on the right lines, sort of. I don't want to give too much away, but they already know the story, so I don't know, it's a bit difficult for that. He's going to say sorry at this point because he's upset. And at this point, Tifa's talking about when they were children. Well, relative children. And I think Cloud's 21, so 7 years ago it would have been 14. So, and this is a sort of flashback to their past, and it all really does get explained. I mean, I don't even know if I need to talk over the text because you can all read. But I can just sum it up, I suppose. Basically, here Cloud is deciding what he wants to do with his life, and he's asked Tifa to come to see him, and he's been sitting there for hours, I believe, from what I remember. And he tells her what he's planning on doing, and he wants to join soldier. That's his key main aspiration. And because Tifa and Cloud were such good friends, she's worried that she might not see him again, or she'll only hear about him in the newspapers from what he's been up to. Just like his hero at this point, Sephiroth. Renowned top soldier. Anyone knows anything about Final Fantasy obviously knows who he is. And if you don't know anything about Final Fantasy, you probably still know who he is, because he's probably one of the famous video game villains, I suppose. So as I was saying, anyway, Tifa gets upset that Cloud's going to leave, and so she makes him promise to her that if he does get into soldier, and he does become a strong, powerful, renowned soldier, that he will come and save her if she's in need. And modern day Tifa is obviously trying to use that to her advantage to get Cloud to help them in their pursuit of destroying the generators in order to in order to save the planet. So it's not a bad idea, I suppose. Yes, that's right. She wants to play the old damsel in distress card at that point, and obviously as she's grown up, she wants to use it for another means. And I guess that links to the logo of Final Fantasy VII. Maybe. Cloud obviously trying to talk himself out of what he has to do. And well, I suppose I can give you a little bit of a spoiler. Basically, he is convinced by all this that he's going to help them do the rest of, or help with their plans. He still wants to pay him though, which I was finding quite amusing. It's like Cloud has no choice there. 2,000. Yeah, that's fine. So Cloud is persuaded eventually to carry on, which is good for us because I don't know how the game would have gone if he hadn't done so. I forgot what run is. And here we have the next morning. Cloud's got up, and obviously it's start of a new mission. We'll go for the snoring rather than the... Fair enough. So Tifa tells us that she's coming. So 3 obviously characters in which you could change their name technically. Basically the plan is obviously to destroy another generator. Didn't really know how to use materia. They give you the materia we found, just to be able to use it. Do I go through this, or do I explain to you myself? I'll explain to you myself about it. And, and then we'll go through all that anyway, with everything. So we've just got some stuff in the town to go through to, like, get weapons and materia and stuff. So I'm going to go and do that now. I'm not really sure how long it's been. 48 minutes. So by the time I finish that, it's probably nearly half an hour gone. So I'll probably end the episode after then. So if you're more bothered in the story than the general bits that go with it, such as materia hunting and stuff, then you can switch off now and tune to the next one. And if you're still with me, then let's do this. Okay, that's what we got. Fire, ice, lightning, restore. Right, we got 1 restore, 1 lightning, 1 ice, no fire. Enemies. Right, I don't need the fire. I don't need another restore. But we'll get the fire anyway, because I like to have 1 of each. That should be fine. Even though I don't need them, still get them anyway. 2 Phoenix Diamonds again. I don't imagine running into too many difficulties. But there you go. And I guess I'll do a little quick materia tutorial. So basically each sword doesn't... Not everything has slots in it. But any sword or armour that does have slots in can have a materia put in. And obviously, as you can see, they have... These ones are magic, so they have their obvious effects as to whatever it is it says. So we're going to give Cloud just the lightning, mainly because I personally like them all to have, if you can, at least one of every, one magic attack, especially at the start. Just gives you a bit more diversity if a physical attacks aren't working very well. So because Cloud's the only one with 2 slots, we're going to give him the restore. And later I'll show you something quite neat. Well, I thought it was neat at the time. It still is quite neat. Anyone that's played Final Fantasy won't be impressed at all if you watch this for nostalgic reasons. Then you'll be like, yeah, I did that. Yeah. So keep pressing the blooming button. He says we can stay in his room. Just one condition. Gotta give him some cash. Give him 10 gil. There we go. So I believe there's a reason for doing them. Yes. So this bit's all for sort of like the tutorial side of things. So you go in here if you want to learn... Oh, there we go. If you want to learn about how you play the game and what to expect and all the different stuff that goes on really. I have actually gone through it and read everything before. And there's nothing that you can't pick up on the way really. But obviously it's nice to know that you've got everything sort of covered and wrote down and... Oh no, can't remember which one it is. Oh, there we go. So bought new armor, and obviously these ones have got slot in. And you can see where it says growth, that at the end of a battle you get experience and you get AP as well. And what that does is it allows your materia to grow. So I'll just show you something very quickly. So you've got here, you've got obviously the lightning, and then you've got underneath it ability list, it's got bolt 2, bolt 3. So as it goes up in rank, as the stars go up, it gains the next one along. So for example, this one's got 74 AP, and when it's got another 1926, it gains bolt 2 as an extra ability. And then for the 3rd star it gains bolt 3, and when it gets to the 4th star it becomes master, so it's maxed out basically. And then it spawns a new lightning materia, but just with bolt and with no AP on at all. So that's one way you can actually duplicate materia in the game, but obviously not so useful for the low-level magic or any of the common materia at all, really. So I think on the second floor you can actually get a chest. Oh, here we go. All materia. Ah, there we go. That's why you come up here. I remember now. The all materia is extremely useful. I don't think there's anything else in here, is there? There's a save point and people start to... none of these people really have anything to say, to be honest. It's not really worth the hassle of going through and talking to them. But it's obviously worth coming and getting the all materia, because I will... Which I'll show you that now. No, it's a shame that... Because maybe I'm a little bit sexist, but I always like to give the females the healing. So there's a little bit sexist. So what this does, you can see you've got those two there, and they have a join between the two, which means you can link up two together. This one here, the all effect on paired magic. So what's paired with that is restore. So when you use that, it restores everybody. So that in itself is very, very useful, obviously. And you can do the same for attacking magic. So you could have all lightning, so it would bolt everyone. So that's also useful. And here's the bedroom. And I'm fairly sure there's a reason why I've done this. Why it's worth the 10 gil, but could be mistaken. It's always worth checking every little nut and cranny. Well, I suppose it depends how bothered you are. I thought there was a reason that I wanted to rent the room. Right, okay. And now I look like a bit of a knowledgeable person. Right, I have no idea why I did that then. It's only because in some of the hotel rooms you actually can get items and things and gil and stuff, so I think that must have been where I was coming from with it. But obviously I was wrong, so I'm sorry about that. And as you can see, we're all equipped up. Wherever there's a shop, generally you go and spend almost all of your gil on obviously whatever you need for the following mission, journey, whatever. All these people just scattering off there. So, more than just Cloud and his Avalanche buddies leaving. And I'm not sure what time we're up to, but I think I've probably done... It's a bit of a short episode, but never mind. It's got... Obviously, we've had a lot of story in, learning a bit more about Cloud and his childhood. And we've got a new character in Tifa as well. And shown you the materia and how it works. So I can't really think of much else to do in this particular one. But next time we'll go through the second mission, and probably play that for about half an hour as well, so I'm going to try and make them half an hour episodes. I think that works out the best, not just for me but also for, well, yeah, for me, because I have to upload it and edit it and whatever. So thank you very much for watching, and please do make sure that you tune in for the next exciting video on Final Fantasy VII. So there we go. Thank you very much, guys, and goodbye.